Are you in the mood for a little Cronenbergish body horror? Then we got you. Get ready for our review of The Appendage. Welcome, misfits and metalheads. We are cut like this. I am Thorn Black.
I am Roseblood, a singer of Cut Like This.
And please don't forget to check out our music videos here on YouTube and our music on Spotify. That being said, let's jump right into it. Today, we are talking about the movie Appendage, currently streaming on Hulu as part of their Huluween package.
Well, Appendage is a really interesting one. I haven't seen a good body horror in a little while, so I was very excited because immediately the poster for it is very striking. You see like little tiny arms covering this chick's like mouth and stuff, and like you can tell right away it's gonna be some freaky, deaky stuff going on in this movie, right? And she does not disappoint.
Yeah,
Hannah.
there sure were some freaky deaky stuff in here. It's some really gross, nasty stuff happening.
Oh yeah,
in
it gets
movie.
real gross. It gets real gross.
And it doesn't take too long for it to get gross either.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
I do appreciate
when
that.
a movie does not make me wait like forever. Don't make me wait like a half hour for something starts getting juicy.
Yeah.
They don't wait that long at all for stuff starts going weird.
Yeah.
Going
No,
south.
they sure don't. They sure don't. Okay? So, the lead character, her name is Hannah. She's played by Hadley Robinson. And there is also a very, very big character. I wouldn't say it's a cameo because she's one of a big character in it. You might recognize Emily Hampshire from Schitt's Creek. She plays Stevie, one of my favorite characters from Schitt's Creek. So she is a really strong character in this as well. Shows up kind of around like after the first third of the movie. So she's very prominent throughout the rest of it, which is cool.
She's looking good with the slick back.
She got the slick back hair. She got a whole new look.
I was like,
changing
the vibe up.
She's switching it up. So, Hannah is a designer, and she is working for a super high-strung designer that is just demolishing her self-esteem. And he's actually played by what's his name?
I don't remember his name, but I know he was in that show You're the Worst.
Yes, he plays the veteran in You're the Worst.
Yeah, I think his name is Edgar in You're the Worst. I don't remember his real
Edgar
life name.
From You're the Worst. And he is totally different in this, which is just goes to show what a great actor
I just like this actor.
Yeah, I just really like him.
Yeah.
Because he usually plays like this kind of like soft-spoken, nice guy character, and he is not soft-spoken or nice.
No, he's a little soft-spoken in here.
Is.
But he is just nasty as they come, though. He's still soft-spoken, but he's like nasty soft-spoken.
No,
Which
this
is,
dude...
it's even more amusing than like a loud or angry kind of nasty.
Yeah. His ability to tear people's self-confidence to shreds in this film is really impressive.
Yeah.
It's really impressive.
He's like a doctor with the precision of some of those insults.
So I love a good back and forth, and I love somebody that just, can pull off stuff like that. So he does a great job.
And, our girl trying to deal with all this stress in her life from work and, her personal life.
Yeah.
Things start to manifest in
unexpected
ways.
And really gross. Really
nasty
ways. So I think if you're a fan of that kind of style of body horror stuff, you're really gonna if that kind of stuff grosses you out super bad,
but you like
being grossed out, then you're still gonna enjoy it.
It's just
it's super fun. It's
an enjoyable gross. I guess.
It is. I mean, it's enjoyable to us because we like gross things, and I'm not afraid to admit that. That's fine by me. The special effects are well done. The cast is great. And Hannah's bitchy mom is really well done too, because it's like she rides that line of like, I'm doing this for your own good, but she's doing it in a real shitty fucking way, and it really drives home your situation in the story. You're just like, you just want to like.
Don't you love how everybody else always knows what's best for you?
Yes.
Don't you love that?
So it's really interesting to see Hannah develop throughout the movie. She makes some pretty bad choices, and she.
I mean, it's a pretty bad situation.
Yeah, it's a bad situation. It's just a bad situation. Like unexplainable things are happening
You know,
that
and
are really.
she tried something.
And
Bad situation, and then she tried something.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it's like you roll the dice sometimes,
Yeah,
right?
roll
You know,
the dice.
you roll
What
the
are you
dice.
gonna do?
I like
Damn
this
it.
one because it's just a crazy zany kind of story.
Yeah.
The effects are like good and nasty, just like they should be for something like that.
There's definitely a little element of comedy to it, but
Yeah, there's some humor
I wouldn't
splashed.
venture so far as to call this a horror comedy because it's definitely more on the horror than it is on the comedy.
But they do
the
splash
comic moments,
a little bit. Yeah, it
the
does have a
comic
little.
moments are really good. So
Yeah, and I like that. Besides like the zany story, it's just a pretty interesting story. You know,
Yeah,
it's another
yeah.
one where it's just like, oh, you think it's just gonna go straight down the road, and it's like, oh shoot, well, okay, all right, well that happens.
So if you want to find out how Hannah deals with her stress and all of the manifestations of it, you should definitely check out Appendage.
You should check it out.
And you should check it out to the tune of how many chainsaws would you give this one?
I'm gonna give this a solid 4 chainsaws. This is just a really fun, gross, nasty, but in a good way. A little sprinkle of humor here and there. Just like, what is happening and why and ill? That's nasty, but yes, also, and like, what is going on in this movie? But in the best ways, you know.
It's really cool because it actually it defies some of your expectations at certain points, which is always good. It's always good. I like
love a good swerve in a horror movie. I love a good swerve.
So, what do you think would I also would give it a very, very, very solid 4 chainsaws as well. I want to know, because I have my own opinion to share, but what is it that makes you give it 4 instead of 5? What do you think could be added to it, like that would make it more closer to a 5 instead of a 4?
I don't know, but certain things, it's just like, you know, like that it factor. Either it has it or it doesn't. You know what I mean? It's like, and it was a great movie. I really enjoyed it a lot. But certain things are just like, it's just a personal grand slam. Sometimes you can put your finger on it. Sometimes you can't.
Okay.
As far as like, how would I change this to make this a 5-star movie, to give it just that little push? I'm not quite sure, honestly. But I mean, I can't say I really have many complaints about it. It's just a fun, crazy, zany, gross movie, you know?
Yeah. I enjoyed it a lot. I give it a 4 instead of a 5 just because I really, really enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong. But I wouldn't necessarily watch it another time. You know? Like, I don't feel the need to see it one more time. But, you know, maybe it's because it's so clearly delineated, like, you know, from beginning to end. You know, the story makes a lot of sense and it's very clear, you know, by the end of it. At least to me, you know, it is. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. I'm happy with that. You know what I mean? It's like, I feel like with certain other films, I want to watch it again because I'm like, oh, like, what did I miss? And, you know, what other extra things are there? So I feel like that's one thing, you know, like if maybe there was a little bit more lore behind like, behind like what the appendage is, maybe that would have added that little mystery to it that would make me want to see it again.
I gotta say, sometimes for me, sometimes I'm really into, like, I really wish there was more lore, but sometimes I'm kind of glad that there isn't, because I feel like I have as much information as that character. You know, and it's like, neither one of us know what to do. You know,
I see what you're saying.
So it depends. Like, I can be on either side of that fence, you know, but in this case, I didn't mind too much because she was kind of in the dark too. And I was kind of okay with that, being in the dark with her, you know. But I agree. As far as most movies that I would give a 5, usually have high rewatchability for me as well. And as much as I did enjoy this, I don't know if I have to watch it again, you know. But I would definitely recommend watching it at least once, you know.
I also think it could have been a little bit more gory, but it was gross. So there's definitely what you don't get in like gory murders and stuff, you do get in gross body horror. You get it in spades. You're gonna get it.
Mm-hmm.
Trust and believe. Okay. All right. All that being said, please make sure to like and subscribe. If you have differing thoughts on the appendage,
Share them.
share them with us. Leave a comment and let us know. Hey, no,
Please, what are you guys thinking about some of these movies we
I give
recommend?
3 of chainsaws, or how many chainsaws would you give?
Right? Like, let us know what you're thinking about
but
some of
please
our
avoid-
recommendations also.
Please avoid putting any spoilers,
No
when
spoilers.
you give your opinion. Okay.
Spoilers will be removed from the comments. We try
Spoilers
to
will be removed.
We
okay.
want to be a spoiler-free community that
Yes.
just shares cool stuff. You
yes.
know?
Yes. Don't mess up the movie for somebody else that hasn't gotten a chance to see it yet. That sucks. It's a sucky thing to do, and that makes you a bad person. So don't do it. All right.
Alternatively, let us know if we should start either a separate show, a longer video, or some kind of podcast where we discuss full movies and with spoilers and exactly what we think about like everything that
We
happens.
could do that
We could
if
do
there
that.
was interest, but we
Just-
don't
yeah.
know if you don't tell us.
And if you're interested, let us know.
Sounds good.
That's all for now. We are cut like this once again. Until next time.